weather, not like in Morsby, so dry. What is the lowest temperature here? The coolest? How many degrees centigrade? 10? 15? 10? 15? You know, we are present in one country here in East Asia, Oceania, which is one of the coldest countries in the world. And that country is Mongolia. There is Don Bosco in Mongolia. We have 3 presences in Mongolia. In Ulaanbaatar, the capital, and then in Dakar. We have also a school there. We have a technical school in Ulaanbaatar and in Shubu. In Mongolia, the temperature goes down to negative 40. Negative 40. 40 degrees below zero. So, we have missionaries there, and it's really very, very difficult because the winter there is from September up to next year, April. And during summer, I think the hottest is around 20 or 15 degrees, just like here. It is summer for them. But I'm telling you this because maybe for those who are non-Christians or non-Catholics, our Holy Father Pope Francis just visited Mongolia. It's a very historical visit. He just left Mongolia 2 days ago. He was there for 4 days. And of course, people are wondering why the Holy Father would visit Mongolia. Why not here in Solomon Islands or in Papua New Guinea? Because in Mongolia, we only have 1,400 Catholics. Since the time the communists opened in 1992, no religion actually was allowed. And in 1992, they allowed foreign missionaries to enter, and that's the only time they were able to evangelize the whole of Mongolia. And Mongolia is only 3.3 million people. It's the emptiest country in the world. Because the country is so big, you only have 3.3 million. For every square kilometer, you only have 2 persons. It's the emptiest country in the world. You know, if you don't have any idea of Mongolia, you include West Papua, Papua New Guinea, make it 3 times. That is Mongolia. You see, so vast, you know. And during winter, you only see all white, snow and everything. But you have only 3.3 and only 1,400 Catholics. And Christians are very few. Christians are very few. And yet, when Pope Francis went there, he wants to show importance to these few Christians there, because he also wanted one day, perhaps, to visit China. And China is trying to block because China is a little bit afraid of the church, you know. But then after the Mass, his final Mass he said there to the people, he's greeting China, the very noble people of China. And he asked the Chinese to be good Christians and good citizens. Can you imagine? Using almost the words of Don Bosco. To be good Christians and good citizens in China. Just to tell China, hey, don't be afraid of the church. We are there to make your citizens good citizens. You are not bad citizens. You see? You know, Pope Francis, the Holy Father, actually received also some education from the Salesians, the sisters. That's the reason why he knows very well the Salesians. He knows the motto of Don Bosco, honest citizens and good Christians. And I believe all of us here, while you are here in Don Bosco, is not only to study your trade, your course, is also to be good Christians and honest citizens. You don't belong to the future of the society. You belong now, present. Young people, they can be leaders. You know, I was telling the young people in Solomon Islands, because I just came from Solomon Islands. I was there for 2 weeks. But for 5 days, I was there in Don Bosco, Tetere. They celebrated the World Youth Day. World Youth Day. There were about 3,000 young people for 5 days. and camp there for 5 days together. Can you imagine? About 3,000 of them, and the school is not very big, you know. And yet, you know, our thing there is to be a yeast of the church and society through communion, participation, and mission. Because you young people, you're already in communion with the society. You don't wait for the future. You are part of the church. You are part of the society. And you participate. Participation. You're not a spectator. It's just like yesterday, you know, you play the game. You're not just watching. You play the game. So when you're in the society or in the church, you are part and you participate. Why? Because you have a mission. You see? Communion, participation, and mission. Since the time you were born, you have a mission here on earth. Don't believe that I don't have any purpose here in life. No, I have a purpose here in life. God gave me a purpose here in life. And the most important thing, the mission that God gave you, is to be His child. You're a child of God. We are all created in the image and likeness of God, and we want to create the kingdom here, where there are peace, love, and harmony, not fighting. And that's the reason why you want to become good Christians and honest citizens. I'm very sad that this year, I don't know whether you know it, that Papua New Guinea is the second country which has the highest crime rate in the world. Second country which has the highest crime rates in the world. Only after Venezuela. Then Papua New Guinea. And then South Africa. And then Afghanistan. And then Honduras. And then Trinidad Tobago. And then Guyana. And then El Salvador. And then Brazil. These are the first 9 countries with the highest crime rates in the world. And you know what? Don Bosco is present in 7 countries of these 9. Because where there is a need, where there are the young people, we are there to help. That's the reason why we are here. We are in Solomon Islands, we are in Brazil, we are in El Salvador, Honduras. These are dangerous countries also. We are not in Afghanistan because they kill the priests there. But we are in Venezuela, which is the highest crime rate in the world. You are here to be good Christians and honest citizens. Remember that. And you don't belong to the future only. You belong to the present. Because now you are part of the community in communion, participation, and mission. I would like to greet all of you. Good morning to everyone.